Hi, this is Priors with another video taken from the King's Casino Celebrity Cash game.
Jachtmann opted not to straddle to the 1600. First to act, and he folds.
Leon and Hansen get involved with bad hands. This is typical for live games. People just play too many hands. Jachtmann, in the last straddle, has a real hand and decides to raise it.
What did they do to you in Russia?
Jachtmann has raised it to 3400. And quick call from
Gus calls and Leon gets out of the way wisely.
Hansen.
Jachtmann bra. Du warst noch nie hier, du.
It looks like Kaiser in C8 has reloaded.
Heads up.
The flop gives Hansen 3 pair and Jachtmann a gut shot and middle pair and a lot of backdoor straights. Gus checks to the preflop aggressor, generally the standard play.
Ace Jack is top 2 pair for Hansen. And he's checked it to Jachtmann, who's smart enough to make it a small bet.
Jachtmann also makes a standard play with a continuation bet. I think he should size it bigger. Now Gus has a decision to make. He can just call to control the size of the pot. These guys are really deep, and if he raises, he will be in a super tough spot if Jachtmann comes back over the top. Although all the said before is true, I would raise. I don't expect Jachtmann to bet that small with many hands that beat me, and I don't want draws to be able to see the next card for cheap. Against a normal sized bet, I would elect to just call. Let's see what Gus does.
3000. Less than half the pot. And we're going to see Gus come over the top here, I'm sure. He has 3 pairs here, but aces and jacks is way ahead here. And he's just called. He's just called here. Okay. And this has given, this 8 has given Jachtmann a ton of outs.
The turn brings in the flush, and Jachtmann now also got a wrap draw, but he cannot be sure that his hand will be good even if he hits. Now Gus clearly has to check.
But you're going to see him check back if Gus checks, because the hearts have come. This is incredible.
At the end of the night, it's basically below the plate.
And
Jachtmann decides to bet small again. I don't like it. I would just see a free card. I also don't like his sizing. If I decide to bluff, I would choose a bigger sizing.
Gus is calling here, but
Gus just calls with his 3 pair. He is pot controlling, hoping Jachtmann gives up on the river or that he is able to improve.
he could be in trouble. And he checks. He has the best hand at the moment, but Jachtmann might have a stab at this. There's over 20 grand out there. And I think Gus has underplayed his top 2 pair on the flop there. And now Jachtmann is potting. And I'm not sure what's going on here, to be honest. Does Gus know where he's at all? And I don't think he does, and he would have found out if he potted on the flop, because he would have got rid of Jachtmann for sure.
On the river, Jachtmann finally makes a big bet. I don't like it again. He is not representing anything. Most likely, He would have checked the turn if he had a set or two pair that now made a boat. If he was betting a flush on the turn, he now would check back. I don't think he's able to bet a king or queen high flush for value. So he is wrapping what he actually has, nothing. The only way he might have gotten to the river with a boat is that he made a flush on the turn together with a full house redraw and now got there. And this is really unlikely. Let's see if Gus can figure it out. Gus also has another decision to make. He can also decide to turn his hand into a bluff instead of just calling or folding. Bluffing makes a lot of sense if you think your opponent might be value betting again with a queen or king high flush, or if you think Jachtmann puts you on a flush and now might be bluffing with trips, wrapping a house with his blockers. The good thing about bluffing would be that you reduce the number of possible full houses your opponent can have dramatical, because you have a jack, a6 and an ace as well. You might also get Jachtmann to fold a weak full house like 6-6, jack-8 or 8-6, together with the hands I already mentioned before that might beat you. Many opponents will fold the bet full houses here if they are getting raised, but I doubt Jachtmann would do it, because he's just a station. Let's see how the hand ended.
So it's going to be a tough call here. It's a paired board, the hearts are there. It's 20,000 bet, 19 exactly. I mean, most times this is a really bad call, most times. I don't think Gus is going to call here. And Jachtmann has, from virtually drawn dead in the flop, has turned this hand around. And now looks like he's going to scoop it. Unless Gus figures it out. And he calls, he makes the call, and Jachtmann is going to be distraught when he sees two pair for Gus. He wouldn't have put him on a hand like that. Because when he bet the flop...
Gus in the end makes a call, a really great call. I also hate how Jachtmann played this hand. He was wrapping almost nothing, as it was almost impossible for him to come to the river and have a boat, and flushes will not value bet again. So the lesson to learn here: against observative opponents you should only try to bluff if your story makes sense. I also hate Jachtmann's sizing on the flop. He would never bet a mate hand that small on a draw board like this. I hope you liked this video. If that's the case, please like and subscribe. Bye for now.